Okay, I think we're good. We're getting there. Let me actually, I don't have everything quite set up, so let's get this going with the links for you guys. Alright, that's still going, so, okay. Sorry, just got it. Ah, it's every time. Probably could, I don't know. I always thought it made more sense to like have it already like be live, so then when people like click on the links, they'll be like, oh, it is live, and then they can just click it rather than, oh, it's going to be live in 5 minutes, and then they like check it later, or like they never check it again, and then they lose you. So, or I lose you guys. But anyway, that's why I do it like that. Okay. I think I'm all set up. Check. Okay, we'll see. Yep, check's working. Alright. Yeah. Let me get some water. That usually helps my throat get a little bigger. Otherwise, I didn't check the, looking at the volume slider. I think it's about the same. I could, I don't know. Check on your end too, sometimes that happens. But, I'll get going. How you guys doing? Hope you had a good Mother's Day. I know I did. I'll bump it up a little bit. Womp. Back to 0 decibels. It was like -3 decibels. How are we doing now? I don't know where to start. I don't know if I should start then. Anyway, yeah, Mother's Day was great. It I don't know what to do. That's literally the loudest I can get unless I actually boost it more. Unless it's actually using a different mic, which could happen. Let's see. Hang on. I don't know. It says it's using that one. That's that one. It's definitely the right mic then. Yeah. I see it's going, so it's hard to say like what or not. So I'm just gonna have to keep going. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, debugging is probably gonna take more time than trying to actually make it better. So, than just trying to do it. Hello. How you guys doing then? Yeah, I had a good Mother's Day. My mom requested me to make some Pillsbury little biscuits, one of those little tiny rolls, and they had a little bit of cream cheese frosting on it. I'm not a big fan of the frosting, so I just kind of put the sauce on the other side and then let them have it. But it was really fun. I learned that I'm not very good at just following the basic instructions of cooking. They were a lot more tricky to find out. Even though it has little directions of like, oh, I just with the tube one, you just use a spoon and then you open it. It sounds that easy, but I read the directions and it was like, yeah, just use a spoon and then right in this area, and then it had like a little arrow down, and then like a little metal rectangle. So I was like, okay, spoon in there, and then I just kind of like stab it into that part with the little metal rectangle, because I thought that was gonna be the best way to do it. Turns out it wasn't. So I actually looked up. This was early in the morning, so I was like, I gotta watch a YouTube video. And there was like a 20-second YouTube helpful guide of like some guy who's like, just on his kitchen table was like, I'm gonna show you how to open one of these things. And it's just like, wow, there's actually a video for everything. But yeah, so I watched a video of some guy, like, he already had it open. He already like peeled off the paper like around it. I was scared to do that because it's like, well, how am I gonna know the rest of the directions? If there's anything else, like on step 3, if I don't have the directions, set up. So I went ahead and just took the paper off, and then saw like underneath there was more instructions, which I was like so confused with that. And then it just kind of like barehanded it and popped open and exploded. So, and then I cooked it. So that was my experience with that. I don't know what that tells you about me. But yeah, that was if I don't want to, you know, if I want to change careers, I like to be a QA tester, just because I'm that bad at like doing following directions of when it's trying to be dirt simple, but it's like not enough. It's just enough vagueness that like I can miss anything that I can misinterpret. You know, I wanted like, you know, Yoshi proof or something. Make it like super easy. I'm going off on this just because make sure everything's going good. How you guys going? Hi guys. But yeah, I want to do like a wanted to be like a game tester for a little bit when I was trying to learn video games. Like in high school and stuff. It's like, oh, video games are cool. I'd rather just, you know, be a bug tester or find glitches and stuff. Cause that's more fun. Cause when I just regularly play games, I usually try to find and hunt for them, or just mess around and use the physics systems to like break things. I'm more fun with that. Hello guys. All right. Once you guys are all piling in, we'll get going. Yeah. Sorry for saying that it sounds a little bit weird. How's it going for you guys? Let's see. It is quiet. Okay. I could do a couple tests where I can see. I don't know. Because obviously if it's too quiet, then this whole point will be weird. Where would it be? I need mic settings. Okay. Let me just take a little bit of time. I could add a filter in here, add a gain. Let me know if this gets too loud as I bring this up a little bit more. So now it was like 5 and now it's 10. I feel like I have to talk louder as well. I don't know why I have to do that. But yeah. Let's see. Okay. I just tested it now. It says like 5% louder. I don't know. Because obviously if I make it too loud, then that'll be bad too. So I've just changed it, so let me know if that sounds a little better. If it sounds louder, then obviously that'll be bad. The slider to use to make it better. Obviously. So let me know about that. Otherwise, I'll just kind of put that to the side. We're gonna have to get going on this. So I did like, let's see, that's fine. Let's give it that. There we go. Undo that. Okay. That works pretty good. Okay. So undo this. Yeah. Basically I just need to look at this box here so it doesn't really change anything. We're gonna do Sweeto. Okay. Made some kind of sketch here, so I'll probably just remake that. So you guys can see it. So I was just experimenting with that. Okay. Am I louder? I don't think I've got confirmation on that. Otherwise I'll keep checking it out. It's fine now? Okay. Yeah. I made it like from -3 decibels to 0 on one slider, and then I used a gain filter where it was like 5, and then I made that 10. These are numbers. I don't know if they're changing anything. But I never know. So I feel like it might be. If you guys are having troubles, then let me know. So otherwise, you know, I'm the only one who won't be able to hear it. Oh dear. I can't get inside the symbol because there's nothing in it, so I have to go back to when there was something. And now I can get rid of it. These guys. Okay. Let's get rid of the distractions there. Come on. Okay. Now I'm ready. Oh boy. Okay. How we doing? I can make the slider gain bigger, but I don't know if that's gonna be. People are gonna join in. I'm just gonna be like this loud. Too loud. Okay. Let's make this something. Okay. So otherwise, other sounds are gonna be louder as well. So, yeah. All right. I'm gonna start with Sweetwell, and then we're just gonna finish this six people character thing. We'll finally be done with this whole challenge here. So I'm just gonna have to just start and make something sketchy here, and then You know what I mean? That we gotta make a couple sketches, and then sketches this, and then make it more. He's like a stick pony at this point. And then this will be sweet well. Not worried about anything right now, but just maybe looking a little bit up like that. Not too many there. Okay. I can show you like how I make like my storyboard ponies are always like that, or like something a little bit more refined. There we go. That's kind of how I make my storyboards are basically just always this kind of style. So I'll have like sweet about like have a like big hug pose. Oh boy. How you guys doing? I forgot to ask how you guys are doing. I know it kind of got a little crazy with the sound thing. Caught me off guard. Apologize for that. But yeah, it was something I didn't test. I checked my green screen more than my sound levels, because usually they're like, you don't have to just like check your sound levels like every time. But I guess it's a good thing to do. Okay. It's good. I have to make a couple of forms. Going here. You think I'd be pretty good in good at like making these kind of horses, but it still take a bit to like figure out, because they're like trying to be three-dimensional, so it's hard to like find out the exact form for a lot of these. Trying to translate these 3D characters really into like 2 dimensions. Try to get these nice big eyes. I want to slow down, but it's just like I feel like so I can spend more time later on. Yeah. Up and at 'em. Okay, and then I just fix it. Okay. There we go. It could be wider. Okay. Yeah, it's just English, so just so I can like understand you in case you say anything off-putting. I'll be able to understand it, you know. Because I think most of my swear jar stuff that I put into my channel are obviously all English. Otherwise, I have to also check every other language and every other, you know, unpleasant words. So that's just a basic reason why. Also, just easy to also follow the chat if we're all speaking similar, so we can all communicate with each other as well. And that's the point. I was a good start, like also kind of start study, kind of insisted that I do it. So that's also a big reason why. I forgot a horn actually. I forgot you had a horn. I can keep kind of going with this. Probably just make like one good sketch here and then move on. I noticed that the fillies always have like more eye shines than like the mares. I feel that's to make them more cute, because more sparkly eyes make them more wide-eyed and cute. Womp. Probably fix like the positions of things, but I think this is a pretty good start with that. Get rid of that. Looks a bit weird, but once we kind of color it in, it makes it a little bit easier to understand what's going on here. Get some basic shapes of this. There's a swirly over here. Alright. Beautiful. Thanks. Okay. This goes up and over. And this goes up and over. There we go. Okay. And then this kind of goes back behind that. Something like that. I know we did that like Rarity and Sweetie Belle cartoon that we did a couple months back, but I still feel like I'm not quite comfortable with these designs. I don't know. Still takes like, oh, I have to like always, you know, like with Derpy and one of those types of characters, like I know just always how to like draw them, or like I know what their hairstyle is, and it's more. That's, you know, like that's always Derpy with how I draw her. But I've always like, yeah, I'm not quite too comfortable if I always have to like always look to see like how Sweetbelle looks. Alright. It's pretty good. Probably want to also squish maybe the head. Head's probably, it's probably good, but probably could be. I didn't get the whole ear. That's fine. Trying to speed run it just a little bit. I feel like that's haste makes waste a little bit here. I could put the tail on the other side for balance. So flip it and then put it over there. I have to get it like a keyboard shortcut to be able to do that. I have to like actually like code in sort of a, like it wasn't just a button to be able to flip a thing, which should be, you know, for an animation program, you want to be able to flip things horizontally and vertically, like a lot. It comes up a lot, so it's like a little bit weird that there's no buttons or transformation to be able to just do that easy. You have to use this transformation panel, and then there's a button for it. But even then, there's no button. You know, like to make a circle, I need to press O to make an oval. So, it's weird like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll just start going to vector. I know I've already spent enough time as it is. I'm just gonna have to say like this is my sketch and then just make this pretty as I go. So, oh boy, sorry guys. Then. I don't know. I've always got confused with those kind of those political charts with like the 4 diagrams of stuff. I never really understood which one's which, what they really meant. I feel like I'm more of a, I don't know what I would be. Maybe a lawful neutral or chaotic neutral or something. I don't know. I have no clue. What would you guys say I was? Because I don't know what the terms are. On that, yeah, alignment chart. I'm curious to know what you guys are thinking of me as. Oh boy. Oh, that's probably right. Yeah, I don't know really know too many D&D stuff. Well, I know about D&D, but it's just like, I don't know much about that. To be able to say like, oh yes, exactly. Oh boy. Let's see. Trying to get the torso. Everything's very like shaped. More than like the humans, you know, this body would be like in 3 different parts, and there'd be like a, you know, whole different section just for like the clothes and stuff. But ponies, you know, they're a little bit like, oh, I just made it this weird rocket pill shape, and it's like that's the whole body and torso done. You know. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. This is an off pink just because white will obviously blend in, but also not. Let's see. Sorry. White will blend into the white here, but also not be too distracting. It's like a nice compromise here. So let's see. Let's get the arms. Nice little pool noodles. I want to choose my caps to be. You saw my caps like the edge of like the. Is this like a rectangle? I could change the caps to be like more rounded. Sometimes a circle. It actually comes into play when I do the cleaner line art where I want to make this into a triangle point. So I can press this expand to fill. And then I can like use this as a fill to make it into a point. If it was a circle end, it wouldn't be able to do that as cleanly. So that's why I like that more of a shape. Anyway, let's see. I ended up doing like these more cartoony things by the Pony Life. Have you heard much news about Pony Life? Trying to get you in the discussion just because I'm so focused on this. Oh boy. Oh boy. You guys are great. So no, just try to... Anything else I'm talking about won't be too interesting. Like that cap thing. Wasn't that interesting. Oh boy. I'm losing it. Okay. I think there's the other thing, like, probably drew me off the most. So. Sorry about that. And everything else is becoming more weird as I go. Oh dear. Hi home. Okay. I was like so done with doing this project. Just want to get this done, you know. Okay. Bop, bop. It's gonna be cute, I hope. I mean, that's pretty cute. Okay. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Might want to just do probably just the tail and just get that done with. So just like 2 marshmallow bits here, and then get out a secondary line here. Bop. Okay. Because I know like the edge of the, you know, it's got to be cut up here, so I don't really care about anything else that's going on there. Indefinite hiatus. That makes sense. Yeah. It's unfortunate because I was sort of like actually getting into it as like an idea. I don't know. It seems interesting that they want to like soft keep like the same characters and personalities, but also like not. That they're still trying to be the main 6, but also doing it in a different type of way. I don't know. This makes more less saturated. It's closer. I do have a reference for that I keep looking at, but I think I haven't been using the color picker for the other one, so I might as well just keep doing it. Or I'm not exactly using it. And it becomes my own sort of OC in this sort of weird way too. Where it's just like, it's not Sweetable, it's Bleedy Bill. Or she's not real. Okay. Face. Here we go. Let's get the horn going. I feel like I'm going too quick, that this isn't quite going in smoothly in a weird way. Okay. So I feel like I'm letting down with the keeping up with you guys. Mostly because it's that stars tangent is a little bit hard to follow. With the big block of text is hard to follow. Oh boy. I think I'll keep it simple and clean. That's the way it should be. Okay. I'll do it on a new layer. I will need this color. So you only really see that much, but it'll be hidden underneath different layers with the hair, so that's okay. Okay. That's head. I want to name this. Because that'll be easier. Let's do this here. I'm still going to do like my same kind of outline lists, chibi, simplified, I don't know what you call it, minimalistic kind of style. I do really, yeah, definitely like that style. I've grown accustomed to it, and now like if I have to draw like other things, it's like, I'm going to draw it in this way then. Can't tell me otherwise. Can't come over here and tell me not to. So you're on the other side of the screen. I'm getting weird. Okay. Yeah. That's closer. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Probably like recolor her whole skin color, just be once I get like the background color, which I could do a background right now, but that's fine. And other ear. There we go. That's why I like talking about Pony Life, because they're like I have a different art style. When I was making that Derpy one, trying to like use that same kind of art style is like really interesting, like to like dive into it, which I think I talked a little bit when I was making it. Just like the different like decisions that you don't really think about as you just like look at a design. It's like, oh yeah, you know, it's like, all right, I like it or don't like it, but it's like also like, wow, the weird different things that they added on to it. Like on surface level stuff, you don't really see it. Like having eyes on top of, layered on top of different things, and trying to think, their hooves have like this different type of like shape onto it to make it like have a different color on the edge. It's like their hooves have actual horse aesthetics, I guess. Make them less look like, I guess it works more like a realistic horse, which will then kind of go back to like the original OG versions. I don't know if it's a big callback or not, or if it's just, you know, subliminal or not. What we want to think about it. Okay. Important thing is big eye, and then second big eye, and then move over eye, and then up and over. Okay. Oh boy. Other MPP styles, I have to like look at it again, but yeah, they are more reminiscent of like realistic kind of a take of things, or just take on horses in general. I mean, you know, they're not like bad or anything, but it's just like it's different, you know. It's hard to say like, oh well, the style that I'm using is different. So what does that mean, you know? Does that mean that my style of whatever I'm doing with my stuff, is that bad then? Just because it's different? Like, gotta think about like that. And it's like, yeah, it's, you know what? It's like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's definitely like different aesthetics that people, you know, would like more than others. Definitely. But yeah. Gen 1's cool. Gen 3 was ugly. Yeah, there you go. So, that'd be your opinion, man. Let's add a shine. It says be white. Bop. It looks like a weird alien type of design. Or like a bug. This is looking like right now. Let's flip it. Probably want to be elongated. Yeah, I'll have to look at them again to see what the designs are look like. I think I wasn't having like, you know, too big of an issue with them. But the older ones is just like, it's, again, it's different. So I had to exactly complain, you know. Do the eyelashes maybe later. This will be the mouth then. Alright. Okay. See you then. Great man, pony. Thank you. I think. Is that good? Did I ever get a response on the alignment chart for what I was? Because I think you guys got more rubbed up on that. Unless you don't know, so we can move on with that, but I just wanted to know if I missed it. Otherwise, yeah. Is there really like a way to like check it out for yourself? Like a self-assessment one of those? So I'm more interested in that now. Let's see what I am. Obviously it doesn't really matter, it's just like a horoscope kind of a thing. But it's just interesting. In case I do, you know, want to play D&D, whatever. I think it'd be fun. The art says? Oh, great, yeah. Yeah, I figured. There would be. It's going pretty good. We're about halfway and we're already in the vector coloring stage. That's great. Alright. Color. Let's get the orange. You always got these like deep orange tongues. That's not the orange. There we go. And these dark purple. That's good. It's like iconic to me because I lip sync a lot with this kind of style. So like these colors are very iconic to me than anything. Okay. And then we fill it. Otherwise, if I don't, then I'll just be not pulling anything. I'll be able to pull these points into place. Be possible. So I have to like convert it to points, basically. Wah. There we go. Hello. Yes, sweetie belle. We're so close. I can zoom out a little bit. Got that much, and we got this much done. That's pretty scary, but it's going there. She's bald right now. We'll get it. Okay, I gotta zoom back in. Up. Okay. Yeah, I was saying like the lip sync. Cause you like look at these tongues like in all day when you have to like lip sync a long time. Remember like a lot of my older stuff, like 2014s and 15s and stuff, they had a lot more lip sync than usual, or at least more than I do nowadays. So it's like a little back in time to see like, yeah, these mouth colors are really iconic. I don't know if the other, yeah, I'm trying to think of the other gens. The other pony gens' mouths, do they have these same color mouth colors? So I think they wouldn't. Or they didn't, probably. Let's get a better sketch so I know what to really work with here. So I have more confident lines in this. It'll be easier to figure out. And then I can then translate from these instead of whatever gobbledygook I made earlier. Meow. Yeah. Then I'm kind of going back and forth between like Toon, and Flash, so it's kind of like a little bit still tricky, like go back and forth. But I am getting more used to it. So that's why it's a little bit like, okay. Now I'm using Flash. To do this. I want it to be like more actually up. Up would be good. Yeah. And then soft down. And then we got the whoop is the other color. Whoop. Okay. Mermaid is really tricky to figure out. First time I made like original puppets with these. Or did I? No, I think the double rainbows had CMC? I don't remember. But probably. Like the original double rainbow puppets. I don't know if the pack that I got with the original ones. I think it had the main 6. I don't know if it had this Cutie Marks Crusaders as well. But maybe. I'll go ahead and draw the other one. Can't see it in this reference picture. Let's see if this one sort of has it. But it's kind of big swirly. So we'll have this big swirly here. Alright. Alright. Doing pretty good. This. That looks pretty good. Maybe widen that. Give more shape to it. Then it'll be like cut up to here, so I'm not worried about that. Probably don't need this line. And it probably will just be. Let's make it bigger. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And then cut it there. And then big swirly. And then cut it. Okay. Good. Okay. So now I got this to work with, so now I can make this to work on. Let's get rid of If I get rid of this, yeah. I mean, I'm only really working on this anyway, so I'm not really too concerned about not having enough detail to work with, but it should be fine. Okay. Otherwise, it's just boring for you to like see me trace this, I guess. I don't know. So otherwise, yeah, I'm just gonna take what I see here and then simplify it. I don't know. I probably should figure out if whether or not I want to have certain details. I know I did like a commission where I had like different types of media type characters and I made them in this kind of style that I'm trying to do. So it's kind of hard to like figure out exactly whether or not how far I should push things exactly, or like add more details into things. I guess what I'm saying like is, should I add like this spirally circle because it's inside of this form? Had to start thinking about stuff like that, where because it's like a weird like line detail inside of a shape, should it be? I mean, how do I do that? Because I don't have exactly like more. The only way to do it would be if I had like another extra line or something, because it's not like a shape. It's not a different color that's saying what this is. It's literally an outline that's being swirled around in this case. So I have to like figure that out and figure out why there's so many little dots here. Womp. All these weird design choices, as well as, you know, going back to like the Pony Life stuff of like trying to find out style guides is really fun. I don't know if you artists like always do like make style guides, or do you just kind of like find out like, oh well, if you draw Simpsons, you know, if Matt Groening had a style guide, does he need to have, you know, exact like this is how you draw an eye? Do you need like a separate piece of paper to make these as style sheets, or do you just go ahead and just wing it? You have to like look at something to be able to say like, oh yes, now I know how to make the eye, or something like that. Curious about that. Because obviously, if it's your style and art style, then you probably know it better than anyone. But at the same time, it just seems like you probably want to still have at least somewhere. I mean, best practice would probably to have like some kind of style sheet, you know, like a piece of paper that just said like, oh, well, I draw an eye, you know, like this or something, and then say like, oh, now it's got eyelashes. So, with something like that, but just something that can always be referred to back to. So in case you have like a studio and that kind of bigger scope of it. Otherwise, yeah, you might be, you know, in the opposite. It might tend to become same face syndrome, where every character then kind of looks the same. But if that's then the aesthetic, then it's like, well, I guess that's okay then. That everyone does kind of look the same. Like how Simpsons, again, and Family Guy and all those have very specific, like, how do you make a face? Kind of a structure thing. I think we're good on this. It should be on top. But yeah, just think about this kind of stuff. It's interesting for me. As I like translate a bunch of these different characters, it starts to come up, you know, more often than you think. I'm translating these characters rather than, you know, making them from scratch, I guess. Or like designing them from scratch. It's like, oh yeah, I gotta figure this out as I go. Kind of a thing. Bop. And bop. It's not the exact colors I drop it from a real picture. I think it's close enough. For me, it's kind of like the Flurry Heart kind of colors. I'm okay with that. Let's go behind, probably underneath hoof. There we go. Because the fun part is that I can recolor this at any point. It's not quite recoloring it like on Toon Boom, you know, like levels. Or if I change one color in a palette, everything that I used, that color will be changed. It's kinda, yeah, everything's independent in this case. Oh boy. Sorry, got chaotic evil. Oh, he got a thing. He's a dentist. Let me open that new tab. Ooh. It's 36 questions? Alright. I mean, that's gonna take a bit. Alright. Thanks for pointing that out. Okay. Take me up on that weird offer. Let's go back. Well, ear needs to be in front of... Okay, so... Skull behind, then horn, then this, then ear needs to be on... Nope. I mislabeled this. This is ears, actually. Where's skull? This is skull. Ears need to be separate. Okay. I should make this slightly easier then to do what I want, where I want this to be above hair, perfect. Where I want this one to be in front of skull, eyes. Eyes could be below. Let's move mouth. A little bit bigger. Okay. I'll change the colors later. I say that, but I'm not sure. Whether or not I will. Would that be exact? None of this is on model. If some studio like saw this picture, they'd be so upset. I was like, it's not part of any style guide that you made. What even was that? Okay. Just wanted to zoom out. There we go. So I got this card. Ask questions if you're in the Middle Ages. What? Okay. It's all random. Okay. I guess it makes sense, yeah. Does D&D... It doesn't take place in, like, Middle Ages, right? Well, I guess it could. I mean, there's no way it can't be. Okay. So I need to add a mask to these pupils, but I want to make sure that the scleras are good. So I need to duplicate the scleras just so I can have a base for this. So I can add an outline to this easier, and it'd be exact same size that I want. And there we go. Okay. So now she's got these glasses that now I can make these into fills. That might be fun. Change color here, and then say, not that color, and then say, please, around here, here, and here, and here. And then do the triangle trick. For now, works like that. Okay. Good. It's fancy like a range which is middle. Oh, okay. Yeah, like Middle Earth. That makes okay. That makes sense. Don't want to make it too dark because then it's like, I guess it's fine. Okay. And then we want eyelashes. Let's do that. Doing good on time. I think like every detail like makes it look a little better, so I'm happy about that. Get these pretty big. This is just the easiest way to make eyelashes like this. There we go. This is more on style. The chibi ones that I do, they have like these ones that kind of like come like more at the top. You see how it's more rounded. And I think this works just for like easier to draw. Maybe that's why. Okay, I only see like the one here, so I won't worry about the others. Okay. Which one is that? Actually, height says. I use my actual monitor as a ruler sometimes. It's actually like a little bit easier. You don't have to like make a ruler and then set it. It's like just use the edge of my monitor. Cause I know it's like be perfect then. I don't know why. Okay. That's alright. It's definitely horse-ish, so I'm happy about that. Oh boy. Oh well. Kingdoms and Dragons. Gotcha. Okay. I think we're pretty good. I added some details into there, so maybe I can add a little bit more into the horn. Basically do the same kind of style where adding these lines, maybe just 2. And then get rid of these, make these fills again. Then we can make them conform, please, to the edges, like so. Remember, like in the olden times, I would, if I was making puppets or like trying to draw something with Flash, I would probably draw like as every outline would be a separate line. So if I had to like make a triangle or like just a regular outline, it'll be like a line and then over and then over and then that and then colored that in, and this will be like an outline that'll become like all the way around. So that took much more time than just having a thick line and then conform it like as you saw there. So yeah, glad I'm not do that every time. I found a way. Found a way to do it a little bit easier. So happy with that. All these like weird shortcuts that I've actually learned more, or shortcuts that I learned in Flash are actually transferring now to Toon Boom. I'm still trying to learn that now. Still am. The Midnight Mirrors project is still going on, so I'm happy about that. That I'm still having still a good excuse to learn Toon Boom. But yeah, all these like weird techniques that took me like, you know, more time to admit that I needed to learn all these different shortcuts that weren't too obvious at the beginning or at the forefront. Where like I've probably told you that I would spend who knows how long, how many hours, how many hours, just eyeball. I wanted to recolor a pony into from like Twilight to Trixie. I would have to take every single part of Twilight, like haunch, hoof, elbow, arm, neck, and go in and say, I want it to be blue. Okay, next one, I want this to be blue, and do it for every single part. So, thankfully, I learned about the what is it? Search and replace or something? Yeah, search and replace. Which actually, that's for text. It's find and replace, which is completely different from search and replace. But basically, like, you might use it where every color can be changed to a different, you know, color right now, and boop boop, kind of a thing. So let's not do that. If I undo it, it's actually going to take like 50 times, because how many times there are. So actually, it's like slightly sunburnt. That's cool. Alright, actually like the summer version. We're pretty much done. I want to just recolor her again. Let's see. Teamed up of D&D ponies, key marks, and dragons. Oh, cute. Okay. Yeah, I remember like looking at those like different, like at the conventions and pony conventions, they would have someone as a vendor sharing something like that. Sorry I didn't get any of those. I got too much time to figure everything out. I don't have time to play games. I gotta draw stupid cartoons all day. They're fine. I don't know. It's just like much more work than playing a game. It's less passive, I guess. Would you guys mind if I change the, if I take the screenshot and find the actual colors? Otherwise, it'll probably make, I mean, it won't take too long on my own, but probably just be easier. I don't know, to try and like fiddle with every color here. I don't know. Mask would be good here. Let's get the scleras, and then we can duplicate it, and then find out where the top of the shines are. Is 13. So this is 11, 13. Is that right? No, I just moved 11. 11 copy is also this one. So I should have two of these. This one go on top. Okay, this will be. I can't call it mask because, well, here. Special characters are not permitted in layer names. Name has been changed to conform with the requirement. I don't know why you can't just name a layer mask anymore, so I just do MSK just because who needs vowels. Make this a mask. That's basically it. With that. Does that work? That works. It's just the layer 11 2 has it just not connecting it. That's simple. Actually, no. Yes. Maybe yes. Okay. Thought I lost the sclera for a bit. Am I saying it right? I keep asking questions. I'm sorry. I'm just so desperate. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and save it. And then save. And then save the image reference picture. I was using this fun dance picture of Sweetie. There we go. Ooh, it's even transparent. Yep. Okay. I don't know where to put her. Now I can should be able to hopefully not mess up the other characters, which I doubt that they're using these colors. But we'll see. Otherwise I'll have to go back and change it, which shouldn't be much of a problem, but yeah, I'm just quickly going in here. Yeah, it's working better. Okay. And then that. And then I'm pretty happy with this, but I think I can noticing everything that I've done has become more saturated. That's fun. Okay. Don't need that. And we're good. I want to make the eyes actually not that color, so I can get a little bit lighter. Pop. There we go. Okay. And we're pretty good. All right. All right. How we doing? Oh, I see. You got true neutral? Man. Actually, you actually, yeah, I agree. Oh boy. There's something in here. Let's get rid of that. Okay, more layers and stuff. I need to add a background. I think we decided on to make it like more of the eye color. Like that. That made it so I can have a mask on the outer layer. So I'll just make it roughly the same size and then see everything and then mask, and there we go. That works. Yeah, that's cute. I bet that on a shirt. Okay. Thanks to change. Looking at it, reviewing. Okay. I like the shadow of the neck. I don't usually do that, so I'm pretty happy that it kind of looks pretty good. Let's change the scleras to be 10% blue for no reason. There we go. I wanted to change, actually, let's get this. What was I gonna do? I was making the hair actually a little bigger. little longer. Hang on. But okay. Hide the mask clues. That's pretty good. I want to move like your whole probably body as well a little bit down. Let's get everything not to the right. Just as more feels more centered. There we go. So their eye levels or whatever is all just practically the same. There we go. Woo! All right. I actually did it on time. Cool. There we go. And with a little bit of weird audio thing, I guess. I'm not sure. Might still be bad. I don't know. No one's complained about it recently, so I guess it's okay. That's my measure. People are still upset about it, and it's still an issue. Okay. I know these are hard to, like, you know, work and talk and chat at the same time, so tried my best. But yeah, I'll if we do this again, which we will, well, I guess I can announce that, I guess, which I probably talked about a little bit earlier too. Anyway, this was just the Twitter post. So I posted this on Twitter like a month ago, saying like, hey, let's do this for fun or whatever. Let's try this out. Am I on the? There we go. Yeah, just to see if anyone would do it, and I thought no one would. And we got 6 within like a couple hours, so thank you for that. So yeah, and then like when we did like the first stream of this on here, people were still asking for more characters, so that led me to think that maybe we should continue this. So I know that we finished these 6, and I'll probably clean this up a little bit, before this stream as well. Get the borders and masks to work better. Not that you care. Weird small things that no one cares about to talk about it, but might change a little bit then. Probably make Sylveon's fur color probably like the same sort of style, and make sure that that's maybe like make the colors look accurate. I think Wally's pretty good. But yeah, we'll definitely do another round. So probably either tonight or tomorrow, maybe even probably early Thursday. Probably too late. So probably, yeah, I think the easy would be thinking this out loud would be probably on Wednesday. I'll make a YouTube community post. Probably in the morning if I get up. If I wake up, yeah. I'll post it there. So if you wanted to, if you have a character that's not one of these or ones that I'd be comfortable with, I'll be excited to hear from those. And it could be easier just so I can decompose rather than having like 30 people or 30 questions at the same time, trying to do it all at the same time. So link it in Discord. Like the poll or suggestion box, whatever. Probably not. I mean, I could, but then it'd just be like this exclusive club, you know, kind of a thing. So, yeah, probably not. Probably just make it easier, just as like more centralized kind of a thing. I could, if you mean actually linking the subscription box into the Discord. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, okay, now I get you. Rather than having, I thought it was having a completely separate, like, alternate version on Discord. So we're not going to do that. But yeah, on the community tab. Yeah, exactly. So, anyway. Tomorrow on the community tab, I will post the thing and then also link it in Discord. So people in Discord and my Greenwater club can also find it. So, there we go. And then, if we get 6, you know, quick possibility, and if you wanted to also, you know, if you're number 7 and you're like, oh man, I only asked for 6, it's like go ahead. If hey, we had enough time. If there are 6, go ahead and ask more. The more the merrier, really. And if there's questionable characters that I probably won't feel too comfortable using, I don't know. I think the Borderlands would probably be the borderline, really, kind of a character. Because anything else, would be, So, uh, if you're 6 and like, oh, I shouldn't because it's only the 6th thing, it's like, go ahead. But if there's, a lot more, then that'd be just more for me to choose rather than being forced to like I have to work with these specific characters kind of thing. I think that'd be more easier. Then I can just choose them instead of being forced to use these very specific ones of whoever just got first, So I feel like it's a little bit weird too. So I can have fun too. I was thinking too, maybe I can do, if we're still into this, like, like a month later of doing the second round, we could do one where it's just my personal favorite characters. I don't know if that's too weird. Maybe I could just do it on my own as regular posts instead. But just doing these other characters that it's like I have no, emotional attachment to like a couple of these. So it's like, it's hard to make something that someone who does know about it, have the same kind of feeling as if it's something that I'm also passionate about. So there's that too. But I guess you can skim through my older streams or basically my older videos as well. You see what kind of stuff I like. But yeah, that's the only thing, It's like it's the challenge of just trying to draw random characters is also the actual challenge. So anyway, I'll go to source time. We did it. Yay. It's been really fun. Trying to reinterpret these characters has been really fun. Great exercise, and basically because, I haven't been drawing much, so trying to do this as a drawing challenge has been its own challenge. But yeah, we did it. All right. Yeah, I don't really exactly draw really in this in really general. It's more been trying to animate using these, just regular ponies and then moving along with that, which leads me into the Derpy movie. So I'll go to Toon for that. So I'll fix this up a little bit. We'll see, and then I'll post it on social medias for you, and then we'll start. Oh, the other thing would be whether or not we want to do it immediately with round 2, or should we do like a filler just to have like a breather? I think otherwise we'll probably, I don't know how much downtime we want, or we could just jump into the next one and then that'll be fine. Exactly. There's no, there's no set schedule. I'm I could have done something completely different for something completely different for this stream, and then next time, on Thursday, had finished Sweetie Belle and then finish it. So. Oh boy. Maybe do a filler? I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. I'll go to social time. So thank you. Okay. Filler might be just, I don't know, like a bell browse. Maybe something, Because anything more extreme would be tricky to do. And if I do an animation, that might take, I know that Rarity and Sweetie Belle 1 took like a month just because it was just so long and we had to figure out what we're doing as we go. Like even a Jackrabbit, just because it was using new software, like that took a while too. So probably have to do another art stream, but then it's just like, well, why not just start the next one, So there's also that. Oh, again. You have a drawing challenge? Is that just a personal thing, sir? Or you want me to do one? Because I already got this. And we're going to do round 2. And it gets round 2.5 would just be if I wanted to draw something else. Yeah, I got more into this is fun. It's definitely its own type of challenge. Just for me trying to like get a little bit out of my comfort zone with a lot of these. I know that, Sweetie Belle is like, oh, that's easy, but it's just like, oh, Sora is like, oh, these humans, they got fingers. That's too hard. Draw upside down. Would I be upside down, or would have to draw it, like, have the painting that I'm doing do it upside down? The top of the canvas is the bottom. Okay. That means I don't have to physically. Good. Okay. That'd be fun. We could do like a bar boss where I had to draw it upside down. Oh man, that'd be killer. Okay. Yeah, that'd be fun. We got a filler, and then we'll go into round 2. I guess we'll start it next Tuesday then. So maybe my polling could be doesn't have to be scheduled exactly. Huh. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. But anyway, I could talk about the Derpy movie just to get that going, and then I can sign off. Because I know like last week I was like, I'm gonna finish the part 2 and then finish it, and then on last Saturday it's just like I'm I was saying like it's gonna be done and I'm gonna publish it. So that didn't happen. Midnight Mirrors, a lot of stuff like that, and the side projects kind of, as well as just like how much work it is to like actually make it, has been slowing that down a little bit. But I've got very good progress this week. It's virtually done. It'd just be if I wanted to add like a little bit more polish to things here and there, if I'm missing some sound effects. Basically today I worked on more sound effects and stuff. Not as much as editing, as much as just literally just adding bips and bops of sounds here and there for atmospherical effect. Like for the longest time, like only today did I add like an actual train sound effect. Like a train chugging, kind of like whoosh, I can't even do it, but it's just like a actual realistic train chugging sound effect. So I felt like that was missing, but it's like subconsciously it's like, oh, they're on a train, so like you already kind of sort of hear it a little bit. But I think actually having the sound effect is I'm learning to be more explicit with things. So like most of my story has been a little bit implicit of like, oh well, on the storyboard, it's like, oh, they gotta go from one carriage to the other. It's like, oh well, do I need to see like them opening that door, or can I just smash cuts, like kind of like fast forwarding through things with specific cuts, so I don't have to animate it or whatever. But some of it has been as I go along, it's like, well, my directorial like view is like, oh, I better be more explicit with, okay, here they're going through a different carriage in the train, so let me have them open the door, and then maybe if I don't actually have an animation of them, then add a sound effect to more imply these weird things of things that I'm missing that I have to like add in now. Otherwise I'll be much more time to actually animate it, which might have been the point in the original point of it. But yeah, I had a little like train whistle. I think it's just like a wood train whistle toy thing, but it's like, it works. It's like it's more soft, I guess, rather than actually being a huge horn. Huge sound effect with that. So music has also been pretty fun. It is a little like frustrating to like make things like to the note to like line up frame perfectly with what's going on. So there's a lot of like sliding things back and forth between like between like 1/16 of a note. It's like if only it's like one very like microscopical note this way, and it's like nudge it, then it would have hit at the right time. So, and there's no way to like, I haven't found a way to like, is there a way to like duplicate your mouse? This is weird. Can you duplicate your mouse so you can be in 2 different places and then you can click at the same time? Because that's kind of what I want to do, where I want to hit play on my Premiere so I can see the video, and then hit play on my music, and then they line up. Because otherwise I have to like export the music and then line it up with the Premiere inside of there and then play it. And just like, I want to just still like edit it as I go, and so like, oh, I need to do like this measure and then go from there. Cool. Okay. Well, I'll see you then. Thank you. Thank you for your help with all this and the chat. Thank you. It's definitely not extremely important, but it's just like, if moving forward with this, and it'd be very useful to move forward with this and have things line up. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. It's just like it'd be easier. Then yeah, if having to export the audio, which takes like 10 seconds, and then put it into Premiere, line it up, and then look at it and go, whoops, I didn't measure it this way. That'd still be like, oh, I want to be able to see exactly. Like I can see like when playing in a music mode, I can see like a little like timeline of that, and then I can just glance over, and see like, oh well, it's here in this measure exactly, rather than looking at the frames in the Premiere file and go, I think that's this many of a notes. It's like I want to be able to tell exactly. But it's been really fun trying to make the music, because I'm trying to make it more, make the instruments and soundscape be its own character. I know you saw like part 1 where things were like doo 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 kind of stuff of things, like a hoof going off is like whoop, and then hoof going down ooh, kind of a thing. Just to emphasize different things rather than it being like a typical score, like a Star Wars score. It doesn't have every beat being like he turns his lightsaber on. It might be a different song that just plays, rather than always swinging it this way, then do vroom as a different it's like a sound that doesn't. I have to like look to see if there's actually like timing to things, or whether it's just motive or character or environment, rather than things are moving around. I guess I kind of like different from scoring a movie is probably different from like a TV or cartoon, where like a Tom and Jerry. It's basically what I wanted to do was basically inspired by Tom and Jerry, where every hit would be enunciated by some musical trill or something. So you can see in part 1 that the prologue that's kind of what it's going for, but I want to make it more stronger in more sound. It's hard to explain, but just having more instruments and more things, like more of a bass line rather than just being one xylophone going woo. So that's what I'm trying to do. Where I'm trying to I added like some kind of a bass drum beat, or some kind of rhythm to it, which helped too because we're on a train, so I can have like an easy like quarter note, 4 quarter notes in a measure, so it could be do 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 do, and it's like this mechanical rhythm. Has like a very steady rhythm to go with the train. So stuff like that, it's just like, oh, that'd be, it works with that. While I having an easy way to just go, I just made it 4 quarter notes in a measure and just repeated that for like 50 seconds. And it's like, it works. You call it Mickey Mousing. I haven't heard of that exact term, but maybe if that's what you're talking about, where I guess with the Steamboat Willie, that every sort of action, I don't know if that was reversed, where they had a music and then they would make it into an animation, like Fantasia was the opposite way, where they had a song and then they said, oh, I wonder what the visuals would be for this, if Mickey Mousing would be the opposite, where you have animation in my case, and then I'm just scoring it and adding music on top of it to enunciate, being its own sound effect kind of a library to it, that's what I want to do. So I'm trying to make that more stronger, which makes sense because with the motive of the story is that everything is kind of getting bigger and stuff. I also had a little fun thing of like adding more 3D shots as we go, because I think it's more of a like Derpy in the movie, she like gets more deeper into like the world, like she gets out of her comfort zone and exploring the world and chasing down these snakes, which you'll see later. It's not too much of a spoiler, but it's just like, you've probably seen the snakes. So that they that as Derpy like goes through the journey, like her world gets bigger, so like the music gets bigger, and then like things start getting more hectic and like more sound. There's no, I don't know, just bigger sound, and and then the 3D shots can become more and more consistent to add more depth to her like just getting more of a fish out of water kind of feeling, where it's expanding her. What do they call it? It's adding more perspective and more depth into as she goes. Like the first prologue was everything was contained in 2D and pretty much flat. Like she's comfortable, and then as we go along, it starts like introduce some 3D shots, and then like it'll get more and more, hopefully, where things become more three-dimensional to everything. And I thought that was kind of works in that way too. So it'll be like, it's this weird subtle thing that I definitely didn't think about, when writing the script. But now it's like, oh, I'm trying to like English professor it, where it's like, oh, the sky was blue, in a book. It's like, oh, what does that mean? Does that mean like, oh, does that mean it's a big, beautiful day? Does that mean the character, is having a good day? It's like, what? No, the sky was blue. But it's just like I'm adding more details as I go along. And it's like, oh, well, maybe this means this, but it's like trying to think too hard about it. But maybe it's just like, it might be useful too. So anyway, let me drink some water. Or I can serpent it in the back of my throat. That just went straight to the back of my throat. Okay. Might have to end it here before I choke more. I've been so active and just I think my anxiety is just making me super wanting to like shakes and like make things quicker. So might call it here before I pass out. Okay. I'm good. I'm sorry, Cookie. It happens. Okay. That went better. I just need to breathe is really the big thing that I gotta do here. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. The rest of the news would probably be more prevalent on Thursday. When I have more. It would be more closer to when I want to release the part 2. So leave it at that. Probably talking more than you probably want to hear about it. With the movie, and then not too much with Nightmares, just because we're still in pre-production, so it's hard to really talk about anything about more spoilers and stuff. So I probably don't want to talk about more about that. I think people are walking around upstairs, so I think that's a good time to call it. Okay. Find a button. Okay. Thank you so much. So yeah, on Thursday we'll see if we well, I guess I'll post a community thing to do the characters on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we'll do the filler, and then next week from today, we'll do the part 1 to volume 2 of 6 characters, which I'll probably have to find a catcher name for that. Okay. Catch you later. See ya. Yeah, bye-bye.